Hi everyone, this is Lorraine. So today I'm going to film my 1 week postpartum update video. It has been 1 week since I had Graham. He won't be, I'll put a little clip of him. But
you got the rashes.
You got newborn rash.
Yes.
This video, I will have other videos in the future with him, so don't worry. There will be videos. It's been one of the questions that I've been asked a lot. Also, I will do a labor and delivery video. Because I can't put it all into one video because it'd be extremely long. But I will do that. So basically, I had a vaginal delivery with an epidural. My epidural went really smooth. Epidural was amazing. I was a little scared to get it because I hate needles. I hate having my blood taken. Those are just things that I really hate. And my husband said the needle to have the epidural was like extremely long. But literally, it went in. I didn't even feel it go in really, and basically had full function of the lower half of my body, but I didn't feel any pain. And that is exactly, my epidural worked out exactly how they want an epidural to work out. So mine was good, and I highly recommend an epidural. Why would you not want to have pain? You know, it just made, just life really easy. So I had an epidural. The one thing that you hear about a lot during pregnancy is the pregnancy aches and pains. I, however, had a really easy pregnancy. I didn't have anything to complain about. They don't talk about, however, the postpartum aspect of it. I did postpartumly have a lot of pain, a lot of uncomfort. I haven't had it that easy postpartum. I did push out an 8-pound, 11-ounce baby, so I did tear in 2 places, which required stitches. My body has felt, until today, has felt really out of line. Like I maybe am going to need to go to see a chiropractor because my hips do not feel like they are together anymore. Today they started to feel back together. So I felt like my hips are definitely out of line. Today they finally feel like they've lined back up, which is nice. So 7 days later they finally feel like they've lined back up. I still do have a lot of pain like in the middle, like in my vagina area. I really don't know how to explain it. It almost feels like, I don't know how to explain it at all, but it's still like a lot of pain. I can't move around all that much, and you're really not supposed to move all around that much. If I overdo it, I start to bleed a little bit heavier because obviously after you give birth, you're going to bleed. I forgot what they call it exactly. I can't remember, but you bleed. So I have to take it easy. And if I do things that I shouldn't be doing, my body really hurts. After delivery, they gave me an ice pack to put down there because I was very swollen also. I didn't get any hemorrhoids. I remember like them looking and they're like, no hemorrhoids, and then I like gave my husband a thumbs up because I'm like, no hemorrhoids, awesome. But yeah, so I just was swollen. They put an ice pack down there in the hospital. The ice pack they use in the hospital is probably the best ice pack that they could possibly use. Just use a newborn diaper. They cut it open and they shove a bunch of ice in there. But the ice in the hospital is like way better than any of the ice you've ever had in your life. Like when you are in delivery, you can't eat anything, but you can have ice chips. Those ice chips are awesome. But they use like those kind of ice chips in there, so it's not like regular ice cubes like you have at home. It's like the crushed, really good ice cubes. So they put those in a newborn diaper, and they put it there, and it just is really good. Pain is the worst. So I did tear, which required like a couple like aftercare things. So since I had stitches, what you have to do after is you have to, when you use the restroom, you have to spray yourself with water, which they give you this bottle in the hospital, and then you pat yourself dry because you can't rub yourself down there because you have stitches down there, so that's kind of not fun. One of the things I kept reading online, people are like, you need 2 things that people said you need that definitely weren't required for me. They said, some people said like you need Depends afterwards because you're bleeding so heavily, it's just so much easier. I didn't need Depends. I used, the hospital gave these nice pads. I wish I had some to show you, but I used all the ones they gave me, sent me home with a pack, but I already used all of them. But they're just pads that are long. and kind of like that thick, and they don't have tape on the back, which I really like. You're not really allowed to do, or supposed to do, too much after you deliver the baby for a while, just because you're healing. So they don't want you to like overdo it. So it's not like your pad is gonna move around too much. So yeah, so people said I need Depends. Definitely didn't need Depends. I ended up buying these Always Infinity pads, which are just like a really thin pad afterwards without wings, because I had these at home, and I've used a couple of them, which are these Always Maxi pads with wings, but the wings just got in the way. I didn't like that at all. These thin ones I think worked out perfectly. The tape on the other side is fine as long as they don't have the wings. The other thing that people told me that I would need are granny panties. They're like, you need granny panties, blah, blah, blah. I've been using bikini cut underwear. Works out really well for me. And maybe they're a little bit higher bikini cut underwear, but they're not like the granny panty ones people told me that I was going to require. They're just like comfortable, you don't want them too tight, and they fit the pad in nicely, and that's it. So yeah, so I have been really sore. I felt like for the last 6 days, today I'm starting to get better down there, but my hips feel like they're not attached. They just really hurt. Like, it's a horrible pain. I can't walk very fast. You have to walk really slowly. You're supposed to take it easy anyway, but when I've tried to do certain things, your body really, you can just tell you're not really supposed to do anything like too crazy afterwards. So I've had pain, but nothing, I guess it's kind of a horrible pain. My knees hurt, my legs are hurting, just whatever, just uncomfortable. I'm still able to like get around and do certain things. Like, I've had the baby on my own a couple days at home, but in the hospital I was in a lot of pain where I couldn't really get up and get around and stuff, and I am so lucky to have the support system I do, because my husband, I would have been like so lost without him. My husband's really great with the baby, which I'm really happy about. In the hospital, he changed all the baby's diapers, so I didn't even experience that like first initial, what do they call it, meconium? The poop that's the newborns have, which is like tar. I didn't have to deal with any of that. I've only gotten the like easy poop, but he had to deal with all that. He changed all the diapers. My husband's been really good. So definitely, like, postpartum, you need a good support system, especially since like you can't move around all that much. My husband will get up in the middle, like, I'll feed the baby. I'm breastfeeding exclusively. I'll feed the baby on one side for like 10-15 minutes, and then my husband will get up and he'll change the diaper, and then I'll feed on the other side, and it's just, that's at nighttime. During the day I've been doing it all, but or when he's here he does it, but just nice to have a good support system. My boobs have gotten massive. I don't know if you it doesn't really look like they're that big, but they really, like, if you want to know what it's like to have like breast implants, I look like I have like really huge breast implants. So I'm like, if you're thinking about getting breast implants, just wait until after you have a baby, because your boobs will look ginormous. So I think 3 days postpartum, my boobs started to like get extremely huge. And my boobs from breastfeeding have never hurt where I needed any kind of cream or anything. My baby latched immediately in the hospital, and he ate for 15 minutes on each side in the hospital. I haven't had a problem with breastfeeding. I've had it really easy. My baby was made to breastfeed just the way he is, so I've been breastfeeding. He likes it. And I heard that you don't have pain when you're doing it right. I don't know if that's true or not, but I haven't had chapped nipples or anything like that. My boobs have gotten a little engorged whenever it's time for him to eat, but nothing like too severe of pain. So that I haven't had an issue with. I've just had issues down below, and if I move too fast, I'll get like sharp pains up in my vagina, and yeah, so that's that. So I think the most that people want to know is like weight loss. I think that's like the thing people are like, well, show us your postpartum stomach and stuff like that. So I did have an 8-pound, 11-ounce baby. And so initially I had lost like 10 pounds. And now I think that I've lost at least 12. I'm not 100% sure. I did gain like probably like 25, I'm not, 20 some pounds during pregnancy. So I still have like 10 pounds to lose, but I am really happy with how my body looks. It's crazy. Like I feel like my stomach went down like a crazy significant amount by the third day after delivery. I will show you my body. But it's just crazy, like how the body works. I haven't even been eating like any kind of good way. I haven't been eating healthy at all. Last night we had fried rice for dinner. The night before we had pizza for dinner. We've been just eating really easy things that my husband really likes, and I have been losing weight. So I think breastfeeding is all I've been doing. I have been drinking a lot of water because I have been extremely thirsty. But yeah, so let me show you my body now. Okay, so I still wear maternity jeans because I don't know that I can wear my other jeans yet. I'm not even going to try. But this is my stomach postpartum. 1 week. That's crazy. I think it's really crazy. I still have like the linea negra. It's a lot like more jiggly than it ever was, but I'm just shocked. I think like it just looks great. I'm really just in shock at how crazy my body like kind of bounced back, so I'm happy. These are essential when nursing because you want to pull your hair back, and you don't want the baby pulling on your hair because he'll pull on my hair. And you don't want him throwing up in your hair, especially when you go to burp him. And then I've just got on a Forever 21 little tank top. But I'm just amazed. I think, like, that's pretty good for 1 week postpartum. So if you have any other questions, feel free to post them below. And I know I didn't answer everything in this video that I should have, so feel free to put the questions down and I'll answer it in my next postpartum video. And I will see you all very soon with some more videos. Goodbye.